Let's find out who knows about cars. It's not me. Can you tell me in the chat, just type in the chat, what type of cars are these? Okay. I'm going to change that word to what kind of cars. What kind of cars are these? Just put number 1, ba ba ba. Number 2, ba ba ba. And write down what kind of car these are. Okay. Great. There you go. You've got it in the chat. You can write down in the chat and we'll have a look at some of your answers. Oh, good luck. Excellent. Good. Good luck with that. Coming soon. Interesting. Super cat or super car? Interesting. Could be. Hello, you from Rimini. Maria says sport car, cabriolet, salon, saloon. Okay, Jeep. I'm going to help you. I think you mean, Maria, a saloon rather than a salon. I think, yes. Any others? Number 2, cabrio. Interesting. Cabrio or cabriolet. Okay. Mayamak Sharma. Super open sedan. Sedan. I think you mean sedan with an S. Let me help you. There you go. Ooh, that's interesting. Number 3 is a SYV. Number 4 is a Jeep. We've had a few people saying Jeep. SUV. Cherry, I like that. Number 1, my future car. Lovely. Number 3, a limo. A limo. Ooh, could be. Convertible for number 2. Interesting. Corvette, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Jeep. So this is why I changed type for kind. We'll discuss this in a moment. Sports, cabriolet, sedan, crossover. Okay, great. Wow, lots of comments and contributions. Really good. Heba says, I like driving a Range Rover. Sport car, cabriolet, sedan, crossover. Abdifata says, luxury cars. Maybe. Okay. Let me bring us back in here. So, okay. What kind of cars are these? Now, I'm going to give you my answers. Yours may be slightly different, but the important thing is to notice why we've got these answers. Okay, let me explain. So, number 1, right? A sports car. Number 1, I would say, is a sports car. You said a supercar. You could say a supercar. It could be a racing car, possibly. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a Formula 1 racing car, but it could be a racing car. But definitely a sports car, definitely. A coupe or a coupe, as they sometimes call it. So I think all of those are absolutely fine, absolutely good. sports car, supercar, possibly a racing car, a coupe. Number 2, a convertible. Now, number 2, I don't think is a sports car. I think number 1 is more your sports car. Just because number 2 has the open roof, I don't think that makes it a sports car, but a convertible. Now, a lot of you have said number 2 is cabriolet or a cabrio. What else did we have? Cabriolet. Yes, I'll come to that in a moment. I'll explain in a moment. You're probably right. Yes. Number 3, a saloon or a sedan. I don't think it's big enough to be a limo. But basically, in England, we say a saloon. I think a sedan is more an American term, but it's the same thing. Similar to a hatchback, but not quite the same. But you've got 4 doors. So here's the big difference, right? 4 doors. Number 1 and number 2 are normally 2-door cars with the back, maybe 3. But number 3 here is a 4-door and a back, a boot. So a saloon, not a salon, but a saloon or a sedan. Okay. It could be a hatchback, but I don't think it is, but it could possibly be. It's hard to tell from this angle. I'll explain the difference in a moment, right? What else do we get for number 3? Somebody said a Cadillac. Yeah, Cadillac is the make of car, which is different from the kind of car. So the kind of car is, is it sports, convertible, saloon? Different from make, model, and type. So the make is, for example, Toyota is a make, right? The Corolla is the model. The type is an SUV. So be careful with the make. If you're talking about, I don't know, BYD or Toyota or Ford or whatever, Volkswagen, all of those are makes of cars. The model is the common name people use for it. I've got a Corolla. I've got a Ford Focus or a Ford Fiesta, an SUV or a Jeep. But a Jeep is the model, if I understand correctly. I think Range Rover would be the company, right? Okay, so coming back, 3, 4 SUV. This kind of car is an SUV. It's got a kind of a raised chassis, the raised body. So the body is raised in order to go off-road much more. That's the kind of SUV, okay? So I would agree 100% with La. Great. Who has got here sports car, convertible, sedan, and an SUV, right? Spot on. Okay, good. Now let's find out. I'm sure we've got lots of experts who are going to help me here. Why an SUV? Because it's what they call a sport utility vehicle. So it's more for sport. So like when you're going up the mountain or you're going off the road, you've got basically higher body. Usually you've got a 4-wheel drive. So most cars are the 2-wheel drive. SUV will have 4-wheel drive, so it has more power. So I think that makes it an SUV. Number 3, a 4-seater family car. Could be, 4-seater or 5-seater or a 4-seater family car. Number 3 is the common family choice, right? Really, for very, very many people. The make is basically the company. Yes, exactly. The make is the company. Yeah. What make car do you have? I've got a Toyota. So SUV is sports utility vehicle. Yep. Let me go through. So let's just have a look at some of the vocabulary. Different types of car. I'm going to change that. Different kinds of car. Well, types is fine. Types or kind. Saloon or sedan is basically the same. In the UK, we tend to say saloon more. A sedan has a separate walled-off trunk or a boot. So again, the boot is the back of the car. It's where you put the luggage or your shopping or the rubbish. The boot is the UK word. Trunk is the US word, the American word. So the saloon and the sedan have a separate trunk. It's walled off. The hatchback is very similar, but it has a single open cabin and cargo area. So the boot and the seating area are the same area, basically. You can push the back seats down to extend the boot area. Now, I didn't really know this because my car, I have a Ford Focus. I thought it was a saloon, but actually it's a hatchback because you've got the driving seat, the whole passenger area, what they call the cabin. So the driver, the back seats, the cabin, and the boot is one area. I can push the passenger seats down and that becomes one big area. So I can put a 2-meter door in my car. It'll fit just about. It hits you in the back of the head, but it's a hatchback. So it's got a long and open cabin area, right? That's the hatchback. The saloon and the sedan, there's a cutoff. They've got the cabin area and the boot is separate. It's walled, separate area. So your boot is smaller, basically. So that is the difference, okay? If you're interested. Sports car, convertible and a coupe, similar. So a sports car is a 2-seater, I think, and they usually sit lower to the ground, right? They need better suspension to be closer to the ground. Convertible has a roof that you can open. That as simple as that. The roof opens, it's convertible, not necessarily a sports car. A coupe is a passenger car with a sloping, truncated roof line. Usually 2 doors, 2 rows of seats, normally. So that's a coupe. So these are similar again. SUV, sport utility vehicle, it has off-road features, we call them. So you've got that raised body, higher seat, and all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, usually. Okay. It seems like you understand about cars, probably more than me. Hopefully now, just a bit more. If you're interested, I mean, you may or may not be, but there's I did a bit of research and just to understand, these are some different links you can look at. It explains the difference between a hatchback and a sedan. So you can have a look if you're interested for the details. And just to be clear, for your IELTS speaking, you don't need all the details. But if you are interested, you can look at the difference here, the hatchback or the sedan. Which one should you buy? Well, it depends how much money. But you can see the hatchback here, the cabin area is all one area, right? Whereas the sedan is not. We've also got, if you want to look at different kinds of car, I've chosen the website from Kia. I'm not a Kia person. I don't have a Kia car, but this website actually explains the different types of cars very, very well. Talks about the SUV, talks about the hatchback, like mine, crossover, which is combining different kinds of car. Your convertible there, you can see without the roof. You've got the sedan, the classic family car. This is your sports car. Lower, much lower, often a 2-seater, but not always. And that's the coupe. You can see the roof, that sloping roof is cut off. So that's a different kind of car as well. Yes. And there you've got the minivan. There are different kinds. Yeah, very, very good. Super Zardo, I like your comment. That's a really good comment. Thank you very much for sharing that. Someone is asking, why do I say an SUV? And that's the answer, because S is pronounced S. So it's treated like a vowel sound, right? So we say an SUV. You say a sport utility vehicle, but an SUV. Because S is like It begins with a vowel sound. Superzado, you are super. Excellent. Thank you very much for sharing and clarifying. Okay, so just to be clear, if you're doing IELTS speaking, you do not need to be an expert, right? If you only know the make of the car or the company, that's fine. You know, what kind of cars do you like? Toyotas, Ford. I like Volkswagen. It's fine. If you want, you can talk about the kind or type of car. You know, I have a big family, so we have an SUV. I often go into the mountains, so we need an SUV. Or with our family, we've got the classic saloon, which is perfect for a family of 2 or 3 or 4. So just a little bit of vocabulary can really help you, but you don't need things like the cabin area, the boot, the 4-wheel drive. You don't need all of that. But if you're interested, absolutely learn it, right? If you are interested in cars. So this is giving you the option, right? If you want to go deeper, you can find out all about it here in this lesson and in the PDF. Of course, this PDF you'll get later on the website, as I said. And this is recorded, so you can get it later on the website. Okay, good. There are other kinds of cars. Now, these words, I think, are very, very, very useful. Different kinds of cars. You may talk about an electric car, right? I have an electric car. Driverless cars or self-driving cars are becoming more and more popular. A manual car has a gear stick and you manually change gear, right? Automatically changes gear. So you don't need to worry about it. The gear is the stick to increase speed. Basically, you can go to, we say to be in first gear, to be in second gear, third gear, fourth gear, to change gear, right? So the gears are basically the speed. It's the same word if you're on a bicycle or in a car, you've got gears on a bike. On a bike, you may have 10 or 15 gears. In a car, you'll have 4 or 5, possibly 6 gears. Oh, 7, because you've got reverse gear as well. But useful words, a manual car, right? So I have a manual, a manual car, yeah. You could say I've got a manual SUV, for example. My wife has an automatic. She's got a Toyota, actually. So there you go. Manual, automatic, electric. And this, I think, when you're talking about society and Tesla, it could be interesting. Part 3 questions about cars. We'll often talk about, you know, this change in society and the move towards driverless cars or self-driving cars. Pros and cons. Very interesting. Okay, so I think this kind of vocabulary, yes, absolutely very, very useful. Yes, Wahid, very good. Autonomous car or driverless car. And sometimes self-driving. I think it's the same thing, I think. Okay. Great. Okay. Now, vocabulary. Let's move from vocabulary to a different activity. Let's move into listening.